Hello there and welcome chat to another stream today. As you all probably know, because I put it in the title and I put it in the thumbnail, I'm the only one out of both of us that seems to forget what I'm talking about. We will be taking a look at pretty much every set coming out January 1st, and there's actually less. I don't know why, but since I last spoke about it, you know what, I might have even mentioned it on one of the videos that I recorded earlier. There has been 3 sets come out on Lego. I honestly don't know why that is. Hello there. So, we've got 163. I still think that's a pretty good number. Look, 163 products. That's a lot to get through in not a lot of time. But if you see me looking away from the camera or focus with something else, perhaps forgetting what I was talking about, the aim for today's stream is for me to try and fill up basically these 2 draw units here, which I picked up. That's my yearly haul of Lego, spending money on another draw unit, and I've got so many bags of basically everything that was in the drawers on the top. I've either bagged it, tubbed it, or it's a weight in a bag or a tub. So I'm hoping to get most of that done tonight. But Lego, we've got so much Lego coming out. What have we got? What haven't we got? That's the better question, isn't it? Hello there. So let's make sure you can see this screen. If there's any Lego sets you want to talk about in chat, do feel free to chime in. Maybe we should do this by theme. I'm thinking Star Wars first. You've already heard my thoughts on Star Wars, but that's probably going to be the most popular, most talked about in this stream. A few good sets popping up here and there, like the battle pack, which if that does go on 2 for £20, let's get this up. If this battle pack somehow goes on 2 for £20, I am going to be creating an army of these Mandalorian Super Commandos. Don't know how I feel about the name. They're not really Super Commandos, they're more just Splinter Cell of Death Watch. But, you know, if Lego want to call them Super Commandos, what they will become anyway. It does make a lot of sense from a toy perspective. Just canonically, I'm still not convinced. I think Hasbro named them Super Commandos, and even on the wiki, they're probably Super Commandos. Should I have a little look? Let's bring up... How would I bring up a specific type of Death Watch? I guess Death Watch should have them. Cursed, first known as what? Cursed Dad? KYR, let me show you. First known as Kirstad? Kirstad? What comes up if I search that? The 8080. Is that an Easter egg? We found an Easter egg on lego.com. Kirstad. It links the 8080. That's definitely an Easter egg to the Mandalorian movie. Perhaps it's because this 8080, like I theorized last year, is linked to the movie and they've worked a Snowspeeder to try and hide it out. But Lego now have 2 8080s on the shelf for the release of the Mandalorian and Grogu. And I can't believe we just found that out here. Kirstad is the Mandoa way of saying Death Watch. Mandalorian Terrorist Splinter Group. They have a word for that. I guess with all the Civil Wars, you kind of expect it. Didn't expect them to have a word for it, honestly. Maul Shadow Collective, I think they're called. Hello there, Cosmic. Starting to build a load of Star Wars sets through your channel. Oh, nice to see. The Imperial Hover Tank. Yeah, that's a good one. First Order Snowspeeder, ATST, and I'm sure there's many of the new ones to come as well. This speeder here, this speeder could do with a few recolors. I'm going to be using that every chance I get. I might even keep the cannon on the back. How are we feeling about the minifigure scale Mandalorian speeder? Something that I've been asking for a lot in battle packs and in these smaller sets. And Lego are finally coming through, giving us a minifigure scale Mando speeder of all things, which I think was the right call. Imagine like Luke's land speeder with these 2 Mandalorians, and then we're paying like £35. No thank you. I didn't think about getting these drawers out. That's going to be the hardest part of the stream. What are the red sloped tiles on that speeder? Fancy. So the top ones, the angled slopes, are the same ones that are on the front of Plo Koon's microfighter that I've already misplaced. I should have the spare parts. Maybe I'll put them away. We might come across them. But they're the angled ones, and then the bottom is just a 1x4. It only looks to be 4 studs long. We need an underside view of this, don't we? 1, and then we've got bracket. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quite a long speeder, but it is roughly minifigure scale. At this size, could have put projectile shooters in the sides. Ooh, they probably could have been hidden quite well with the slopes because you just have one sticking out. There's so much chance to modify this. You can even stick some stud shooters or projectiles on these top bits here. What you could do is flip this slope backward. Oh, it might cover the engine, or you might not be able to flip it backwards. You can definitely get some projectiles or stud shooters on the back, even on the top. Even on the top, you can whack a big, one of those massive Technic projectors. Go ham with it. Sure, you can connect that somehow. And I quite like the side build as well. It's got a nice side build with it. Oh, here we go. Here's Plo's micro. It's the same slopes that were on the front piece here, which are 1, 2, 3, 4 studs long. Yeah, so they're 1x4s underneath. It's nice to be getting it in dark red. Now we've got it in dark blue. We'll be getting it in grey if we haven't. I think we've already got it in grey and in white. Did we get some of those in the V19? So I'm sure there'll be plenty more colours heading our way. Didn't get any in yellow though. Missed opportunity with the ATRT. 501st Trooper. Yes, well, 332nd, but they could have, you know what? That's a good point. We don't have a 501st on shelves. Could we have got 130? Oh, that's Star Wars. Because Keller and Beck Speeder has just retired. Oh, we've still got the battle pack. Maybe that's going to retire. No, are they sticking this through? When did this come out? 2022? 3? Must be 3. 2023. There we go. Didn't even need to see all the ads. 2023, 2024, 2025, and now 2026. This is a solid. Are there not any like 2 for 20s on this? Argos have it, but not on 2 for 20. They don't have any battle packs right now on 2 for 20. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for that battle pack because I could do with a few more of them, but I have already picked up like 6 of them. Yeah, they've got to bring out a new 501st battle pack. I feel like they could have whacked a 501st in this. We see probably more 501st helmets than we see 332nd. So it's a little surprise that they went with 2 of the same, especially because we got 2 different Mandos. In an ideal world, we would have got 2 of each of these and 2 501sts. Maybe that's an upgrade for the set. Easy upgrade. F1 movie car, Spider-Man 3 set at your day ones. I've considered the F1 movie car. And I actually tried watching the F1 movie. I don't think it's my sort of movie. Oh, we're on to Star Wars sets, that's why. I don't think it's my sort of movie because I watched the first sort of half hour of it and just couldn't get into it. The actors are great. The whole racing aspect I really enjoyed. But it couldn't hook me. Maybe I'll watch it again one day. Oh, here's the one that I want to pick up. The epic battle of Sandman versus Sandman. All right, we'll take a look at the F1 movie car in a second. But this is for sure as soon as it's on sale sort of pickup. If this reduces to what, like 16 quid, it's not going to get much cheaper than 20. I'm picking this up straight away. Maybe I can save this one for a gift with purchase. I've got to be thinking about all the gift with purchases that I might be missing out by picking up these sets early. But I think end of the year, maybe this is a Black Friday pickup. I just don't want to wait too long to grab it because the minifigures are pretty cool. Like, You could have said arm printing. You could have said dual molded legs for Venom. What are they going to do? Grey and black? Maybe like a dark bluish grey and black. I don't think that's going to look any better. I actually don't think printed arms are going to look as good on these figures because of the way they've stylized the torsos, which is really nice. Love the fact we got rid of the Spider-Man printed legs. Don't actually know if we did get Spider-Man printed legs in any of the old Spider-Man sets, but I'd take dual molded over it. And they've even printed the legs of Sandman. Not necessary whatsoever, but it's that extra little step. £20, so day one. Yeah, Hulkbuster Epic Moments is a Sal set. All right, let's look at some of the other Marvel sets. I think we can just sort by new, can't we? Newest first. I like that. Ghost Rider, £9. That's an easy day one. The problem with me, I have too many day ones. Hello there, Thornston. Welcome to the stream. Hello there, Bricky. Welcome. There's too many cheap sets. Even this Spider-Man cycle. I want to pick this up for Rhino. It's a different Rhino to the one in the larger set, but it's an easy way to get a Rhino. If you don't already, about the same as the minifigure. How am I? I'm good, thanks. How are we doing? Currently sorting through your bulk of minifigures by parts. Heads in a drawer, torsos in a drawer. I have a few minifigure parts that I'm ready to sort down here as well, so we can be sorting. This is a sorting, talking stream. Don't let me get too distracted. Hulkbuster, here we go. I've already kind of voiced my opinions on the Miles mech. We can go back over it all because some of you won't have seen the many videos I've spoken about in £45. It's for Hulk, isn't it? We've been here before. It's definitely for Hulk. Ghost Rider is day one Argos, 2 for 15, 2 for 20. That's a good point. Keep an eye on those Argos deals because they've been cycling it a lot quicker recently. So many sets have been on and off there. And I've waited for like 2 of them to collide. Right now, there is a set that I was looking at picking up on the 2 for 20. And I don't know if it's still on there. But there was no other sets. And I kind of don't want to pick up 2 of... I don't want to pick up 2 of a set that I want. Because I don't want 2 of every set. Unless it's a... I don't know. Maybe a battle pack would be nice. I think that's the only set that I'd want multiple of. If that makes sense. Battle packs are easy to pick up multiple. But any other set, no thanks. This on a 2 for 20 would be nuts, wouldn't it? Ghost Rider, maybe Ghost Rider and the Spidey motorcycle. Those were 2 for 15. I still think 2 for 15 is the best way you can get these cheaper sets. Amazon, keep an eye out on Amazon. Because they also have the 2 for 15s, they steal them off Argos, and there's a few places that do 2 for 15s, do 2 for 30. But usually usually Amazon will price match them. So that'll be a tell for anyone getting 2 for 15s. Have a look on Amazon, keep your eye out. So Hulkbuster £45. Is a bit nuts. I saw that Galactus deal. I almost picked up Galactus. £38 from Argos. I think Amazon price matched that as well. Or like went a pound above it. Didn't end up picking it up. Because I'd love to build a Galactus upscaled figure. And I feel like the more sets I buy, the less I'm actually building. So I've already ordered so much Lego from the end of the year and the start of the new year. Pre-ordered a few. So I'm trying to rein it back in, not order too much and control my spending habits, which is a lot harder said than done. I'm aware of that. I think the aim is actually just to pile in any minifigure related bags, and I'll deal with this again later once I don't have a pile of bags on the floor. The mech for the Hulkbuster is nice. It's a bit bigger than your average mech. So you're probably looking at a 20-25 pound mech, dependent how many pieces are used in that torso and the joints or the articulation on the arms. Do we get another pose or is it all the same? Okay, it's built pretty well. Doesn't seem to be too much space on the inside. And the arms, I think, are locked into place, as with most mechs. Doesn't seem to be any elbow joints, so probably about a 20-odd pound mech. You put in £20 into just the Hulk figures. This is definitely going to be on sale next year. I think there's another Marvel set on sale, the Red Hulk one from last year. I don't think it would probably be showing that. Any sales? Retiring soon, maybe? Alright, I can't find it here. You can always go to the sale tab though. I like giving that a look every so often. What have we got? Any Red Hulks? Show yourself. Wrong one. Huh. Maybe it's already retired or sold out. There was one of the Red Hulk sets. You know the one I'm talking about, the other like £45 set that was similar to this Hulkbuster. And I think the big figs, if you're spending like 25 quid more, that's definitely a deterrent. I don't think many people are going to be going for that. But then again, we've got the Miles Morales mech. Surprised that Ghost Spider isn't in this. Both minifigures have seen better days on the CMF. Some of you would have been in that stream a couple days ago where we opened the Miles and Miguel CMF. £3.50 each, actually £2.50 now because they are retiring tomorrow. And £2.50, that's £5, even at full price, £7 compared to this £13 mech. You could probably part this out later on in the year for the £6-odd. You're saving for not picking this up. A lot of the joints are reused. The Black Vader mech torso, the red Spider-Man arms, or maybe from the Knuckles mech. That was a good one, the Knuckles mech. Don't know price per piece, but that was a good build. Very enjoyable. This is new. This style of stud launcher where you can launch like 3 of them at once. That would be lethal, but $12.99. At least give us some sort of grab in the figures. Whack in a bonus figure. Spider-Man Noir's got a show coming out or a movie. Whack it in there. YouTube are so nice giving me Lego. Yes, that was a very, very nice gift. Thank you, YouTube. YouTube, if you're watching, subscribe. Beat them at their own game. We've also got the Spider-Man and Doc Ock mech, which doesn't really tie into the movies, but I do want a Doc Ock minifigure. So this might be my in on that. £25, not bad for 2 mechs, especially when Doc Ock comes with 4 extra arms and we get that bonus 3rd figure. I think actually that minifigure of Doc Ock is a nice one as well. Might have to try and get the headpiece. Don't know how I feel about the torso. Not bad, but I'll keep an eye on the value of that. No door molded legs for either minifigure. That's something that, at least for Spider-Man, given that Spider-Man's got the printed arms, I feel like door molded legs, it's kind of C-3PO, isn't it? We didn't see the legs and the arms on 3PO for a while. The mechs are getting taller. They are definitely getting taller with their arm accessories. I wonder if they're actually getting taller by height. I noticed Spider-Man and Miles both have the old style of feet with the 1 stud wide, which I get. They're very like skin tight shoes. Maybe that's what that's showing off, but that made me chuckle. Groot. We skipped over Groot. How are we feeling about Groot number 4 then? Which bag's open? Groot number 4 is crazy, the fact that we've got another Groot before a Luke Landspeeder. I know we're getting one later this year. Groot number 4. And what do we think we're getting next? Teenage Groot or a big buildable Groot? Because I assume they're getting more expensive as they go along. I don't know if this is the most expensive, but it's definitely not the cheapest. Are you the only one here that removes the minifigure arms while sorting figures? No, actually, I do too. Is that a hot take? Where did I put my arm and hands as well? I've removed the hands from the arms because rather than in and out, and shaking them all about with all the different customs I make, I don't want to keep pulling arms on and off and hands in and out. I just keep them bagged up separately, and then whenever I need one, I look in that bag for the specific colour and I don't have to worry about cracking it. So same, snap. UCS Groot, yeah, fully. UCS Groot with the first Groot. That's what I'm expecting next. I quite like the Groots. I have a family member who's got one of the Groots. I think it's the first Groot. I think they got the first Groot. Venomized Groot. I don't know if we needed Venomized Groot. I think we could have skipped that one. But I quite like Ravager Groot because we've got a Groot for almost all of the different scenes. We got the first Groot, then Venomized Groot, then the dancing Groot I wanted to build. I didn't think of that. Maybe we'll get onto it later this year. If there's another Guardians material, Guardians movie, or I do want to play the Guardians video game as well. Go on, in you get. So maybe if I end up completing that over the summer, or beforehand, if I get a little bit of time, then I'll build the dancing Groot for the video game. Because that, I know it's different to the MCU, but that looks really good. I've seen a few people play in it, and then it was free game on Epic, so I decided to stop watching and download it myself. You have dancing Groot. Is it as awesome as it looks? I've seen it in the Lego store, and the fact it's got a mechanism inside, I feel like it's going to be the equivalent for Marvel of the Hedwig and Forks sort of builds. It is easier, yeah. Groot Christmas tree. I'm going to have to do dancing Groot for Christmas, aren't I? That's going to be the Christmas tree up in the background. Oh, all right. And splat. That'll do. One more. Oh no. This was from the first one. A Groot Christmas tree. A dancing Groot Christmas tree. Star on top of the head. Everything. Now we're talking. Any more Marvel sets that I've misplaced? There's a few of the 4+ ones. It's a shame that there's no Jeff the Land Shark in the pirate ship. You get a shark. You do get a shark, but you don't get a Jeff the Land Shark. And as a decent Marvel Rivals player, I would have loved to have got that. But the hats are cool. Pirate hats for the Spideys. I think Yang could have done with a printed pirate hat as opposed to a unique molded head as we did for our Yang. But the molded heads are always going to win, I think, for Star Wars. Star Wars fans know what to expect. Just wish we got a printed pirate hat instead. Not the dancing Groot, the non-Venom one. But you made it dance. Like the start of... Wait, isn't that the Ravager Groot that dances at the start of Guardians 2? That's dancing along, and then the boombox, this isn't spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen it, the boombox gets crushed and Groot takes out his fury, his wrath on the thing that crushes it. One of the best openings to the Marvel movies. So memorable as well. We've got, these two are new, but they're not coming up as new anymore. The Iron Man Mark III with the brand new UCS Iron Man minifigure. That's what I'm taking from this. Printed arms, still no dual molded legs. But I wonder if they tried dual molded legs and it looked a little weird. I know there's been some 3POs floating around with non-grey bottoms. They're not been gold. They've been a different colour. I wonder if they were red. Actually, I think they were red and blue. They might not have had the gold tops, but that would have been cool to have seen. Dual molded legs on Iron Man. Arm printing, always going to be nice. And then we have Venomized Wolverine and the Daily Bugle with Venomized Captain America. That's the other one. Couldn't remember. We've done Venomized Wolverine. We've done Venomized Cap. I've got most of the minifigures, which is what I look for in Marvel sets, because I know that £99 sure as hell ain't going towards the building or any of the stickers in here. Yeah, it's definitely for the minifigures. I might, if I can find it. There was an image of the Rhino mech when we first saw images. There was a close-up. I guess they've swapped it out. But if I can get the Rhino mech separate from the build, I think I would consider it. I mean, even up to, you know what? Even up to the £12, I'd probably a tenner. Probably a tenner if it's used. If it's sealed straight from the kit, then probably about £15. I know those finger and thumb elements aren't as cheap as usual ones. They've built out the leg as the foot, which means that the legs have an extra joint. Now we're talking. And it also seems to have a somewhat exclusive torso element. I'm not sure if that's been used before. I'd have to assume it's similar to the last one. Thanks for the gifted, Thornstone. Welcome, Danny, to the Master Mouldie members. I've actually spoken with the members earlier today about some cheaper Lego. Don't worry, you'll see the video very, very soon. But Star Wars is looking good for the future. Not bad builds for either of these, but I think same with the Bugle. Not many people are going to want the car, so the minifigure is going to be the main grab for the Wolverine. Going to sell all your Ninjago figures for Star Wars sets. Ninjago is going to fetch a pretty decent price. Still going very strong after 15 years. Hello there, Grievous. Welcome. So is that's Marvel. There's a nice element here. Some really nice ones used in Ninjago and Marvel. I'm still waiting for them in Star Wars. They've still not come to Star Wars. Where are they at? Where are they? Nice to go with the Spider-Man train set. That one. 228 Ninjago figures. Oh, that's nuts. That's crazy. Should we have a look at Ninjago? Let's bring up... Oh, interest. 3 dragons. Well, that kind of gives... Yeah, 2 Ninjago sets. That makes sense. We've got... What else do we have? Theme. Let's go down to 13 Ninjago sets. New Year's Eve tomorrow is crazy. Yeah, that's why I put these sets are coming out tomorrow. Oh no, has the... Oh, hold on. It's frozen the camera. Let me sort that out. Let's have a look. I tell you what, whilst I'm trying to sort that out. There we go. So, I'll be back in a second. Ninjago have a lot of dragon sets, not as many as I'd like to see, I don't think. There we go. Has that solved the camera? But I do want to build one of these into a Star Wars build. The dragons are always a hard one. Let's see if that's fixed it. Hey, there we go. Hello there. Oh, let me just sort out the focus. Hey. We could do the Zillow Beast from one of the dragons. I've been eyeing up that build for quite some time. But I don't know. I don't really know what. We've done like Toothless. I feel like if we do too many dragons, that will be only 228. That is a lot. I mean, I wouldn't want to know how many Star Wars minifigures I've got, but I've probably got about 8 Ninjago minifigures all in. Well, more now with the recent pickups. There's some good 15th anniversary sets. Ninja character display, which is the sort of set that I'm slowly gravitating towards. The display sets, you've got the Friends mock, and I've still got the Falcon diorama, the Advent diorama, the little build from the Mando battle pack. I tend to build a lot of these displays. They're easier to squeeze on a shelf, and I think these can be connected, can't they? There's a pin just out the side. Definitely connects to each other and to other display sets. Also connects to these minifigures, does it? Are there 2 pins on the side? Let's have a look. Yeah, seems to be 2 pins sticking out the side, so they connect. Ninjago character display 15th anniversary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7 minifigures in this set. They've kind of included the anniversary one there, no? Where's Wu gone? If that is Wu in the middle. Maybe that's another elemental master. I don't really know how that works, but 7 minifigures. You've got 5 ninjas and the samurai and Wu. And you've got 7 spare minifigures. 7 15th anniversary. 6 or 7, one of them. 7 anniversary minifigures, 7 Ninjago figures on this display. This is a display for the 15th anniversary. I didn't piece that together. I wonder how many people don't. With this display, 15th anniversary in the name makes it easy to identify. I appreciate that. And you technically get 8 minifigures with the anniversary one. Samurai X. Isn't Samurai X Nia? I still need to watch Ninjago. That's going to be my New Year's resolution at this point. And then for the first time, a collectible Elemental Master of Lightning. I basically know Ninjago. I don't have to watch this. Hello there, Archer. Welcome back. I don't have to watch Ninjago. I know these characters just by looking at them. So that's a cool way to display the 15th anniversary minifigures. Especially given the fact that you've got the Elemental Master, but you probably get the Elemental Master for a few of the different elements. There's plenty of spaces to stick these minifigures. These are on superhero posers off to the side, but then the other 3 are just on the stairs. So 4 figures around. You'd probably get another one down here somehow, and then a few figures on the stairs. Could even do more than 7 if you want to make your own. This is a maybe day one set. £35. Yeah, you know what? It's a solid Ninjago set. If I get really into Ninjago, I can see myself picking this up. But I got to get round to watching it first. Otherwise, I'm going to have no idea what any of it means. Treehouse Battle. I quite like the dragons. And sticking with the 15th anniversary, we've also got the Titan mech, which is a titan of a mech. I mean, just if I hide the price, £120 a bit steep. This is a big set, but take a look at that. They just don't do mechs like Ninjago, do they? Star Wars with this sort of mech would be a banging set. But I also think Ninjago do have these mechs, dragons in the actual show, whereas Star Wars is a lot more grey ships and speeders. Maybe that's a problem with Star Wars. We need more dragons and more giant mechs, like we saw in the Bad Batch. That would have been a great Lego set. We got a UCS version of that. Who do we get as a bonus in this one? Collect all 7. So 7 figures. They've come out with a display for 7 characters. Could have done that with a Star Wars logo for the anniversary minifigures for Star Wars and for Marvel. Don't know if we've got anniversary Marvel figs just yet. Who's the extra one? First time ever, Elemental Master of Ice. So that's Zane's. I think Jay is Lightning with a celebration coin. I suppose so, the plaque on the front. We also have the blacksmith. Who does this come with? This guy, I'm going to say the Elemental Master of Rock, because, you know, that Thanos helmet does kind of give it away. A collectible Elemental Master of Earth. I'm a Ninjago master. I've got the minifigure to prove it. This is my Master Mouldie Ninjago figure, using that Lloyd torso with a Wu helmet or headgear. Since a load of Ninjago figures are retired, they're going for like £20+. Oh, nice. Yeah, you profit and people get a really nice figure for cheap. Don't want to push it too high, otherwise they'll become collector's pieces no one will buy. What's my take on the 332nd Mando Battle Pack? It's awesome. I'm going to try to pick one up day one. Actually, I'm going to try to pre-order one before tomorrow. So hopefully I can get my hands on one of them. Quite a good minifigure selection throughout all of these. Even the blacksmith, which means we have the elemental master of fire in Old Town. I don't think we do. I don't think we do have the fire elemental. Nice shrine in the middle. Where's the bonus minifigure? Minifigures, minifigures. First time, 3 collectible minifigures on a stand. What? What? 3 minifigures on a stand? Is one of them fire? I assume this is Wu and Garmadon with their master. Nice stuff. Wow. This definitely Garmadon colours and kind of reminds me of Wu. We've got the red and the yellow, which probably shows that off. That means we've only got one more anniversary set. Going to see the new Avatar film. Enjoy it. I've heard mixed things, but I am still excited to see it. I bet it will be good. Haven't seen The Office though. Like ninjas as a kid, but when the show changed art style to the movie, you fell off. It's nice to see these sets. It does remind me, even this one actually, does remind me of the old Ninjago training arenas and different sets that you could stack together. They weren't particularly modular, but you could do it and they still work together. It definitely reminds me a little bit. I think they've done well to tie the nostalgia into modern day sets. There's still some really good techniques, like that tree. That tree is nuts in the back, and that's those sort of trees, and the floral design has crept up in a lot. 3 hours is long. I get lost in the movie. I don't even know time's passing. 3 hours flies by. I come out thinking it's a new day, but I don't mind it when I'm watching something, as long as it's interesting. I think that's where people are losing focus as well. The 3 hours. These are all new. Look at that. 2 mechs, $17.99. Younger mechs. I also quite like the idea of picking up the spinners. You've got one of the big heads. Don't know the names of either of the. Oh, mutation monster. And one of the earth monsters, which is Korg. Basically, Korg with a giant claw. Oh no, that's the headpiece, isn't it? That's for one of the. I don't want to say bugs. I don't know the context that they're in, but it's for these like rock monsters with the big horns out the top of the head. They look cool. And the transforming car, is it a 3-in-1 or does it pop off or it spins? Oh, but what does spinning it do? Maybe that's like gearing up. It does have some side spinners as well. Again, I'd probably have to watch the show to understand a lot of the play sets, but the 15th anniversary sets are the best picks for me. £35, you get 8 minifigures, but then you have to get the other ones. So far, 15th anniversary, we have 3 of the figures in this set, 1 in this set, 1 in this set, 1 in this set. Don't tell me they're going to do like a poly bag like they did with Kenobi, or an extra minifigure in it. The Korg things, because for all toys that spin, you can't have anything sharp. Oh, so they give the Korg head as an alternate piece. Oh, did not know that. That explains why the sword's not in their hand as well. Although the minifigure does look to be in there nice and firm. I'm sure it explodes when it comes into contact with anything. Probably. Wonder how the spinner works on the inside. Gotta have some sort of groove. Surely not on the bottom. Maybe that's what one of these sides is for. Might have to pick this up. You've got the eyes as well. Wait, this looks like a monster if you tilt it up. 2 eyes, the like claw, and then the sword. Look like 2 arms going out the side. It's a 3-in-1. What? Didn't get told about that. Probably feel like 1 hour. Probably. Yeah, you go in and before you know it, it's up. A load of big sets. I think Ninjago, even with the Krill House, it's cool, but it's very niche. I still haven't caught up with Stranger Things. Final episode drops tomorrow, doesn't it? Krill House doors open. A bit creepy. Doors opening. No, keep them shut. Don't open the doors. You've got the gift with purchase in January, which I think is exclusive to the Krill House. Don't see him selling it with any of the other builds. Shopping Street is decent as well. I'm not too into the modulars though. Some of them have been good. I didn't mind, actually, the Lego Staff Christmas Designers set was pretty good this year. Not a massive fan of the modulars though. They're all right, you know, can live with them, can live without them sort of thing. Part of the Lego Icons range, as I think all the modulars have been. Easy way, just high to, oh, actually, not easy, is it? Because we've got more expensive sets than the modulars. Natural History Museum was one of my favourite modular buildings. Tudor Corner was quite nice with the pub on the corner. Yeah, I think this is another one. Probably get a few people missing it, but it's nice to get a little alleyway through in the Lego cities that some of you are building. This will be a nice addition, but I think the only reason this does look as good is if you pair it with, maybe if you put like the boutique hotel on the side as well and try and connect that up. That might make it shine. I haven't seen them side by side to know if the colours match or not. Maybe they clash. Can I bring up the Venice set? Of course. Of course. Where did it go? Oh, I don't think we got it up yet. Let's see if I can find it. A lot of the modulars have, actually there's been a lot of non-modular sets. Let me search. Was it, are you thinking about it wasn't Venice, was it? I know this one, the Italian Riviera. This is the one that I was thinking of when you said Venice. The Sanctum, the Sanctum would work, along with a straight street with that 2-corner modular. Yeah, the Sanctum would work because it's got the back alley, doesn't it? This was nice. I got to see this in person. It came out a few months ago, but it's still definitely a new set. And they'd definitely removed the air tanks from it. But if you did want the light blue air tanks included in one of the stores, again, I think they've removed the image. It was one of these shop floors. Or maybe they hid it on the back of the box. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. The air tanks down here. Mr. Freeze, Lego Batman magazine next month, January, is coming with those air tanks. So those air tanks are going to plummet in price. The magazine is like a £5 usually. Maybe a bit more if it includes another poly bag, but you're looking at £5 to £7 for Mr. Freeze and the air tanks, and saves you spending a couple £100 on them. But the Italian Riviera is its own special set. I think people have bought this, sold the air tanks to make a bit of money, and then kept this on display. The water feature and everything. This is a Bricklink designer set. This is that sort of early standard. I think now Bricklink designer sets are starting to fall off in popularity. Mixture of reasons with Bricklink and with the Lego sets themselves. But this was a pleasant surprise. Hello there. Still waiting for Sam Wilson cap in the Marvel magazine to get a spare. I think in the UK he's just hopped in. I'll have to check that. But I'm pretty sure, I guess different stores near you might vary. I'm quite lucky. I think the stores near me used to, at least, before I got the magazine, used to have them day one around lunchtime. Oh, today! Today! That magazine come out today! Oh, wow. Would you look at that? Perfect time. Literally come out today, so supermarkets will be stocking it tonight, and hopefully you'll be able to pick it up tomorrow. That would be nice. Got the train station for Christmas. Ooh, the new one with the 3D printed train. What a set that was. I like the 3D printed train, and I can't wait to see what Lego do with 3D printed elements, because they've now patented 3D printing on Lego, which was kind of what I wanted to progress with too, with the members board that's just out of shot. I wanted to 3D print on actual tiles and then sell them off, or give them away to members at least. But now Lego have patented it, so there goes that idea. I'll just keep 3D printing tiles with 3D printed names on them. That's still perfectly fine. I don't know if Lego have done that so that people don't sell it, because Bricklink doesn't allow any 3D printed items besides Lego 3D printed, which is a bit hard to tell the difference. They have their ways of trying to go about covering it up and texturing all the sides, hiding Lego logos, but it's all going to be replicable at home if you're willing to give it enough time. This is kind of advent calendar vibes. This one right here. Oh, the city set. Oh, the wrong train. Oh, the Spider-Man train station. I see. City train? Don't know exactly. Central train station. That's the one. This should have come with a 3D printed train, to be fair. It'd be cheaper 3D printing a train for the track and then building up the station around it. This is a good one. I do think I could steal some of this design. I like the lift. I need to get my hands on some of those lift elements, because I don't have any of the coils, and both the coils and this wire arch here that houses the sunroof have been in so many city sets, space sets. They came in the Death Star. That's not cheap, but they've been in so many sets now that they should be affordable to pick up on, like Brick Owl. So hopefully I can grab some of those for a pretty good price, and maybe even next year get round to building the Death Star. Yeah, let's build all the sets that I've ordered first, and then we'll get around to the Death Star. Really fun build. It looks it. And a lot of, I think I say this about the 25 pound city sets and the 60 pound Star Wars sets, all have looked, okay, this isn't 25 pound, but they've all been looking really fun. Let's get up some of we'll get the newest city sets, because there's some interesting takes in the new year. Oh, look at that. These rides are one of them. But the 20, I think it's the 20 to 30 price range. Oh, I tell you what, 15 to 30 pound price range. The tractor, the food trucks, that'd be a nice eat area in your Lego city, similar to that Star Wars Fortnite CAF region. A bunch of these food trucks just circled around. £50 on Very. Oh, that's a steal. That's nearly half price. That's crazy for a city set. You either see some massive sales Black Friday or when a set retires, or you just don't see any sets on sale for city, and I've not seen many recently. But all these sets look fun to build. There's even smaller builds in the larger sets, like the train station we just looked at, the city terminal. Also, there's a prison break set with a really nice garbage truck just on the side. The camper van, love the colours for that. The bus, that's a good build. And then we start to get to maybe there's a few too many parts in this F1 truck. The cement mixer, does it need a brand new back? It's cool. But how do you even access this? How do you work the play feature to get those studs? Like, that's nice. Get those studs sliding out. Do you have to turn it? So turning that turns the whole thing, but do you have to load it from the back and then mix it back out? I guess that works. How else would a regular cement mixer work? I guess that works. 1-0 to West Ham. Come on, you Irons. Get in there. We need a win today. Football talk. That was when it was before Black Friday. Black Friday wasn't as good this year, and that's nothing against the sales. It was a decent Black Friday, Not a supercar, but there were the similar sales, the same sales beforehand, similar sales afterwards. And I think Lego in general is just on sale year round because of how many people have turned it into a profitable hobby, or how many people are working it full time. It is something that now all year round there's a decent sale on a load of sets. I want to pick up the fries food truck on sale with the burger truck. Not really the donut one. If I get it sort of thing. I don't think I'd seek it out in a sale. Probably end up forgetting about it. And yeah, that would be cool to get both of those. Burger and fries go together. I think the donut one works a bit differently. And the hot rod. I want to build a hot rod. I've got a planned video for this as well. So I won't be picking up the set. But when the instructions drop, this is one of the ones I'm going to be checking to see if I've got all the parts in the colors I want. And if not, do they exist? Or will I have to be printing my own bricks, painting up some Lego elements to get them to work? And the introduction of rides, which I think is kind of replacing the soap boxes. Maybe we'll see some more of them at the end of the year. But I got really excited. I thought they were the same helmets as the Space Babies, and you just need to get some mini air tanks. They're not. They're different helmets. Still cute, but they are different helmets. A construction loader, a gaming car, a police truck, and a fire truck that isn't on screen. There's the fire truck. Some nice cockpit elements and nice colours for the gaming car. Might still have to pick up some of these. £8 each. Suppose they won't be on 2 for 15. If they're on like 4 for £20 or something like that, that sounds like a good deal. Actually, 3 for £20 sounds like a good deal. If these are on clearance anywhere, I might have to grab the whole collection. And the transport, that's a nice build. It doesn't need to be £35 worth of parts. It's good enough. £17.99. People will buy more then. Well, since we've seen an airport and a Coast Guard set as well. There you go. There's the Audi. I think this is the only sub-pass. I mean, it's a great set. It's an F1 set. That's probably where the money comes into it. They needed the license, so they have to give a percentage onto F1. But I'm interested in these sets. I still want to build a Star Wars ship that separates into 3 chunks and goes together this easily. And given they've got a plane, this is swooshable. This is solid. Do like these, wait for Argos to do their thing. That is it. If we know in a month's time most of these are going to be on sale, what's the point picking them up? They're going to be on sale in a month's time. That's the problem with Lego. The 8080, you could pick it up for 60 quid now, but the 4 £60 sets that came out last year are £40 now. So would you rather pick this up now for 60 quid or February for 40 quid? That's how I see every Lego Star Wars set, because that's how Lego sees every Lego Star Wars set. Would you rather have it now and pay an extra £20, or give it a month and everyone else will reduce it? Not Lego. Lego rarely reduce a set that low. But they still have a few good deals, as we have seen, and a lot of double points back, which double points is 10% and triple points is 15 if you catch them on a good day. Sometimes you can even get up to 4 times points on specific sets. But yeah, definitely can wait for that extra money off. Don't like the 3 vehicles in one. I'm not the biggest fan of the vehicles they've chosen. I think the first set did a lot better, and Lego probably won't release a 3rd one next year, which is a shame because there's some really nice builds in it. It scratches an itch that I didn't know I had. A bit like this flowering cactus. It's a nice colour combination, I think. And the 3-in-1 is just a nice, smooth combination of vehicles. Love letters, £17.99, proving that you don't need to spend 60 quid on a logo. You can do it for a lot cheaper than that. And it's nice you can decorate it yourself as well. Maybe this is what Star Wars needed. Star Wars needed a cheaper, just brick-built design like the old game. Let's take another look at that Siege of Mandalore battle pack. I still have it up in another tab. Let's go back to that one. Yeah, £17.99. what were you thinking, like 25? I don't think £25 is warranted for these builds, but if we got 4 Mandos, like 2 of each of these, 2 322nd and 2 501st, maybe 20 quid. We'll give 2 more minifigures, 2 more pounds, and same torsos, legs that we've seen before. These are arguably new figures. I don't think that's been confirmed. Jury's still out on that one, so we'll have to see when we get this in hand. But I'm really liking the builds of this. A bit of terrain, a minifigure scale vehicle. I don't know if I could improve this. Maybe there's a build technique that I don't like in the speeder. We can swap out like 1 or 2 parts. But I think this might be my battle pack. Lego are listening. 116 pieces, £18. Some pretty good pieces and some newer elements used for sure. Treat kids to an awesome battle pack. Forget about the kids. I love this one. 4 minifigures, clone barricade, lots of accessories. We do get a tub for the spare stud shooters. I think that needs to become a bare minimum for Lego Star Wars sets. Yeah, this one is a solid. I think that's first page. Mini sets and mini. These are a lot of collector's sets. I think the expensive sets, anything over, I don't want to include £100 in it. And this Lovebird set is for £45 is crazy. The detail in the tree. Like I can't fathom the detail in this set for £45. I'm surprised Lego didn't build a massive trunk underneath it and charge £100. That is what it feels like sometimes Lego do. That is what Lego do. Add a bunch more pieces. This is an ideas set as well, isn't it? This is fan designed. I think this is a really cool set with the 2 Lovebirds. I can see this being quite a popular like Valentine's Day build as well, actually. I wonder if it splits. We'll have to check the instructions. I'll have to have a little look. New Year's, I'm just going to be staying up checking instructions, and we don't have any of them early. A little New Year's gift to the channel? No? Let me just check my emails, make sure Lego ain't sending these over as I'm asking for them. But I do see if this can be a 2-person build, maybe 1 person gets the ends of the branches with the leaves, which are quite fiddly. 1 person gets the trunk and each of them get the bird. If this isn't split up into a 2-person build, actually, with the Lego Builder app, you can build any set 2-player. You take it in turns to do a few steps. And it's kind of like Bop It Pass. Odd comparison, but if you've ever played Bop It Pass, you'll bop it, do your thing, pass it, and then you hand it off to the next person, and then the next person takes it, does their thing, hands it off, and it's a cycle. It's kind of like that. So this would be a good build. Do I think they'll get? Do I think we'll ever get another Zelda set? There's one on the way for 2026. We've got a teaser. Only on the Instagram, I think. Let's see if I can find... Oh, no. There's a whole post about it. Let me drag this over. Here we go. Adults welcome. New Lego The Legend of Zelda set coming in 2026. Where the hell is this? Are Lego sets for adults? You bet. I mean, it would have been more convincing if they just didn't say anything. You bet. You bet it is. Best artificial plants from the Lego Botanicals collection. Best Disney gifts for adults. Secrets of our sets. Ooh. We might have to take a plunge into this. 13 best Lego sets for adults. All right, you've got me. You got me hooked like a clickbait thumbnail. It's not me. They did say 13, didn't they? They did say 13. And they're saying 49. 13 is my lucky number. And they've abused my trust. Get out of here. But here we go. What do I think of your stud, the blue stud? I quite like that. Members do get a special stud in chat. I'm sure that's not what you're talking about, but that is a pretty nice stud, if I say so myself. New Lego Legend of Zelda set coming 2026. I don't know Zelda. I don't know Zelda. This looks like Legolas with a sword and a shield. Flip that. A bubble of sorts. A pink robed. I think that's Zelda, isn't it? Because this is Link. That's probably Zelda. Are these teeth? Are these rocks? I don't know what this is. This is the teaser we got. Let's play that in full. Oh, there's a blue light. Lights and sounds coming to Zelda's next set. Oh, that could be cool. It's kind of a flickering light, which I want to see in the new smart brick because that can add so much depth to the sets. That'd be interesting if they do add a lights and sound brick, because the Deku tree, which was the first set, reminds me of that volcano that they tested with City with the lights and sounds. Plenty of space to hide it, and I assume it probably won't be like this. It will relate to the set or the game that it's themed around. Was Link new? So this is Zelda, and that's a young Link and an old Link. Again, never played the games, might be mistaken there. Link's got some white underclothes. Looks to be the same minifigure. Maybe there's maybe that's because they don't want to reveal the new minifigure. They've blurred the one in the background, and they don't want to reveal the new minifigure just yet. That's fair enough. I'm excited to see that as a non-Zelda fan. The Deku tree has some really good part usage. Paris, the city of love. That's a good set. Link is the same, yeah. Not bad, not bad. I guess Link is Link. There are a few different Links, like the younger Link. Maybe they'll do the same with the next set. And dependent, I guess the Deku tree is from the Ocarina of Time, which is why you get the ocarina in it. I love an ocarina, but maybe I should play that game. Maybe we should have a game night of Zelda. That sounds fun. But the Ocarina of Time goes back in time, young Link, and I assume that's probably a younger or older Zelda as well in the set. Maybe they'll do something like that with the new one. Give us different levels or different ages of the characters. This is the future of postcodes. Postcards. Replace your postcode with a Lego set. The mailman will know exactly where to go. And I noticed this element on the bottom right was used. Was it a Star Wars set? Now, I don't know what set. It's been used in a few of the cars, I think. The wheels are being replaced with them because there was an older set. But there must be a Star Wars set. Maybe it's already out. Maybe it's like the Death Star or something that comes with that piece. But there is a Star Wars set that uses it, I think. Not entirely sure about that, but I'm pretty confident. The clone mech we've already looked at and built. That's a pretty good set. I'm not a fan of cars, but I think if you like the model of car that the Speed Champions is built with, a good rule of thumb is to wait for it to drop below £20. Usually it will hit like £16, £17, especially at stores here in the UK. There's no specific store. If you shop around, you'll be able to find them for quite cheap towards the end of their life. But if you do like the car, I think go for it. I do. The Speed Champions are on another level to everything else. The team over at Speed Champions know what they're doing. And some of the new parts that come out for Speed Champions, I think you can tell how good they are because they've just been given free rein to make anything and everything needed to go into these cars. So if you like Speed Champions, go for it. That's my motto. Do it. Do it now. Harry Potter, $17.99. We got a battle pack from Harry Potter. Now, would you rather have 2 Death Eaters? That's a new bar. That's not a new broom. I was going to say or the Mandalore Battle Pack. You know what? Both. Both, pardon me. Both, 2 for £20. Both of them. Get the new broom, get the new Mandos. That'd be a good idea. 2 for £20, a nice one. I really like the bike and sidecar. I don't know how they've connected. Is this like a bike sidecar specialty piece? Oh yeah, look. This is brick built on the top. So this is just a frame for the bottom of them. I wonder if you could build the bike without the sidecar. Oh, wishing Lightning McQueen had an Owen Wilson for the memes. Should have done. Even if that meant, well, it's same price as the rest, isn't it? $22.99. I don't think it's £20. And look at that broom though. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There'd it go. That wonky broom. And it's like a 6-length bar, but it's got 2 ends to it, so nothing gets stuck. That's handy. Plus, you can use Hagrid's body for the trench coat. Yeah, that makes a pretty cool one. I like the goggles. I do like the goggles. I don't know if my partner has a Hagrid. Maybe this is the inn. I think she does. And that Harry might not be a new one, but also Death Eaters. You get 2 more Death Eaters. And with Harry Potter, there's rarely ever a set without Harry in or one of the main trio. So it's not like this could have been 2 random wizards against 2 Death Eaters. 2 unique faces as well. I like the robes on the guy on the left. The sleeveless robes. The gown. Maybe a cape could have done him a little bit of good. This is really good. So you could reuse Hagrid for the trench coat. Do the darker hairpiece. Ah, darker hairpiece. That's interesting for Hagrid. And Harry could be reused for just about anyone. Red jumper, grey jacket. Maybe Cobb Vanth has a grey zippy up in the next time he's on our screens. In the Mando movie, which I'm unofficially announcing, Cobb Vanth to return in. So Harry can be reused for anyone. Nice to have glasses. I don't think we have too many heads with glasses. Could always fill in those pupils if you want to go Matrix style. I think Hagrid, yeah, Hagrid's a nice trench coat. Hagrid's also quite a good figure for characters slightly bigger than minifigures. I'm actually thinking about Wookiees as well. I wonder if Wookiees would suit this style. I think it is more trench coaty. So maybe like giants and other taller figures that wear clothes, unlike the Wookiees. But this is a great set. Keeping an eye for both of these on 2 for $20. That would be a steal. If this goes on 2 for $20, I think people will be picking up 2 of these just for the Death Eaters. And we've also got a remake of a classic Harry Potter set. Lego have been remaking a ton of sets recently. I've noticed it with Spider-Man, which I'm hoping to cover if I can pick up any of the new Spider-Man sets. So I'll talk about it in that video because a lot of the Spider-Man sets have already come out. But this is an updated remake of the very first Harry Potter set. It was the Sorting Hat Ceremony, and I think instead of having a wall, this was on the floor, and you could spin it around. $12.99, comes with 3 plain torsos, doesn't it? So you could replace the heads and hair. Yeah, 3 plain torsos. You can replace the heads and hair with any characters to fill the Great Hall or to have your own sorting ceremony. You've got the points here, which is like a sand timer. That's quite cool because you can then up and down these based on who's winning. A little table which you can part out. Decent starting set. I don't think it's as good as the last one, but I do think getting the triple molded legs in abundance for your minifigures is pretty cool. Yes, Hagrid does have an exclusive head. He's got the goggles on one side. Let's show that off. Oh look, front on. There's the goggles. Goggles and an open mouth. And Harry's not looking like he's enjoying it too much. Could have done with a little windshield 1x2. The slope works. I'm surprised we don't have a 1x2 slope element in translucent colours. Maybe we did. Used to be fragile. Oh, the Cornish pixie. whilst we're on Harry Potter, let's talk about the Cornish Pixie. What a set. This is it's not quite a collector's. It's not UCS style. It's not really buildable style. It'd be like if Lego came out with a Dio and Dagger for Rise of Skywalker. This would be on a similar level to that. But this looks cool. Hinged arms. The knees rotate as well. What? Yeah, please say that if there's a hollow stud in here, the knees rotate. If not, just remove that stud there and the knees rotate. Hollows them out on the back, but you could also replace this 1x3 with a rounded corner 1x3 in blue. Probably don't exist. That's nice. And the wings. The wings are, they make it. You've then got Lockhart's book with 2 stickers. They're not printed. Lockhart's wand and a little ink. A little ink bucket, ink pot to go with. Actually, is that a wand? Or is that a sort of pen or something like that? Because that'd make more sense. But the wand works as well. I think this will probably be a pickup. If this gets reduced below £20, that's an easy buy as well. And again, that's only 20% off, which is for Star Wars guaranteed. I don't know about Harry Potter, but for Star Wars at least. Oh no, we've conceded. All right, we need to review more sets. So let's bring up the Lego, and hopefully we bring us some goals as well. Oh, look at the what they say. It's stupefied spider. We get some of the rare Patronuses in a different style to the last time. I think that was a choice, switching it up. Harry Potter want this to be exclusive to the set. They don't want you to have already got part of a collection going. Then you won't have to get all the sets. But the stupefied spider, where is it? Do we not get a close-up? No, we don't get a close-up of the stupefied spider. Hello there, Makari. Welcome. It's not quite a spider. It's like 2 fangs on roller skates. They've made the build as unspidery as they can. The legs are nice. Oh, I think it's going to look more like a table with a lamp wonking off to the side than a spider. I like that. The Patronus gives you hope for a Force Ghost, but we'll see. We'll see if we get there. And I thought there was a Karma piece on the Dementor. Not yet. Another Ghost, which is a remake, but different enough to be a completely separate Ghost. And a few more uniforms. Open and closed jackets. Nice to see different jackets there. And because this is the medical wing, the hospital wing, which is about 1/3 of the hospital wing. I guess they can't call a set Stupefy. We do have the Time Turner Hermione, which is a great figure to be getting. Should have used a medal piece. That's the only thing I'm going to say. They should have used the medal piece on the Time Turner Hermione, because then you can add it to other figures. I mean, not many other figures wear the Time Turner throughout Harry Potter canon, let alone throughout the movies. We only see Hermione with it. So it makes sense to print it, but it would have been nice to have got it as some sort of medal. Minecraft. They're not out yet. Completely forgot that they were coming out. What's the deal with those? Oh, we've got some really good buildable characters. Olaf and Bruni, pretty decent. I feel like Marie is probably gonna steal the limelight. Oh, look at that! Steal the limelight from the pair of them. But first off, the Flying Forward Anglia. I've seen the camera is playing up. There we go. I've seen Cheesy has built this set. Cheesy Studios, who does a lot of Harry Potter set reviews. So I'm intrigued to see what he thinks, because he does have the other Anglias built and always seems to have a positive approach to them, unlike the regular Luke Landspeeder. Oh, we've got another one sort of ordeal. Is that a new element in the back? No, that is brick built. I guess they only have the sticker in the middle then. Wow, that's nice detail. A good one. Fumbled the penalty. Love to hear it when it's not us shooting. Looks like Kenobi. Wait a second. That's Kenobi in the driver's seat. What? Kenobi and Harry Potter? Since when? Years down the line, when Harry Potter is on its third remake, we're going to come back to this clip when it's revealed that Ewan McGregor, in his ripe old age of 97, has handed over AI rights to his voice to come back as Ron Weasley. It's going to blow up the internet, and this is the moment we found it out. I think we've hit an all-time low on this channel. Ewan McGregor cast as Ron Weasley. What's a saying? Marie's cool. Not a massive fan of these. Simba was cool. I do love a bit of Simba. I think my partner's gonna love this Marie. But the Dalmatians, not a big fan of them. They're done pretty well. I do think though, when you see the price of this, how much? £35. £35. Let's see if we can get a similar sized cat. Oof. Tuxedo Cat's a bit out of that price range. Playful Cat's a bit smaller. It does move. The arms and legs move. Oh, it's not that much smaller. The legs at the back are built the same. The smaller feet, but the Playful Cat just has a little bit of leg sticking out. This round bit seems to be... Are they two? Yeah. They're only 1x2s with some slopes. Ooh. That puts it into perspective. The Playful Cat isn't far off the size of Marie. That's 400 pieces. Marie is 400 pieces. £20 versus £35. And you know what? This was the set that was 2 for £30 in Argos that I almost picked up because I didn't want the cat, but I did want the pigeon. So let's have a little look. How much is this? Let's go on Brick Out. How much is this to part out? Oh, the Death Star. I wish it was 81p. If only. To part it out, yeah, you're looking at like 40 quid. I wonder if I recolor the set. What is that? Hold on. What? Right, and Mech. A lot of newer sets, I guess. I haven't come across this yet. Have I any sets that I've forgotten about? No. Oh, almost built this one. Huh. Don't know how this will be used. And this is already out, isn't it? So I could have a little look. It will definitely be used in the cat. No guarantee for the other two. Ooh. Where? It must be in the cat somewhere. Oh, for the legs. Oh, well, that's just a Technic connector in it. Maybe a bit more secure. Maybe it's like the Technic legs of the AT-AT and it's got a few, it's got like a lock mechanism. A lot of slopes. This does look like a pretty good set. Maybe if one of the other Lego sets that I'm looking into, what did I say, 17, £20? £20, not 17. Ah, so it won't be on the same one. Maybe Lego Star Wars will have Cobvamp Speeder on 2 for £30. That would be a good deal. Maybe I'll pick this up then. I would love to build that pigeon though and just have it perched on top of Milner. Oh, it's got to fit. But beforehand, we got to build the Playful Cat. Could that be turned into Marie? Yeah, you got the pink in the ears. Change the rest to white. You could add a tuft at the back here by reducing the slopes and maybe fit in a bow. Maybe fit in a hair accessory bow there. 2 big eyes. Check. Kind of got a wider head. Kind of slopes out. So you'd need to do some work around the sides. But I do think there's potential. Even the mouth actually being brick built looks better than the printed. To me it looks better. And you'd have to, front arm's okay, add a few slopes onto it, back arm, reduce it, and then stop the tower about here. Yeah, this has got some potential. to become Marie, but how much would those modifications cost? You're losing some parts, you're gaining some parts. Marie does have similar accessories. You've got a tub of food with a tub with a bow. You've got a toy mouse to another toy mouse, and a ball of yarn to a hairbrush. Pretty good. And a fish. Marie takes the cake with the... Have you noticed? Who's noticed? Who's going to say it first in chat? What's wrong with this image? Is it, or is it me that's wrong? Oh, it's me that's wrong. Oh, that's cool. The material bow. I thought Marie had the wrong bow in their hair. Turns out you can swap out the bow. It's on a 1x3 plate. Okay, that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. This is going to be one of those sets that Lego go, oh yeah, girls can play with Lego too, isn't it? Don't start that again. Every set's for everyone. Why'd you have to put a gender on it? Lego be the one to say they're not playing political and then will politically gender a Lego set. It's a bunch of bricks. It's like saying adults welcome. No shoot. Who do you think was buying the sets for the kids? That's one thing I'll never agree on with Lego. This looks cool. All right, this is for dads out there. Monster Jam Sparkle Smash Pullback. What? This is ferocious. Look at that. Look at that gritting of the teeth. This reminds me of the shark one. I love the shark technique. I don't even know what it was called. It was shark something. No, it's retired. I saw it on sale just before Christmas. Actually, it's retiring, I think. It is another Technic vehicle. I think there's too many Technic vehicles to search through. We'll give it a quick look. Maybe low to high. Yeah, a lot of these are expensive. Well, in comparison. Where's the shark truck? Thunderosaurus? Sorry, there's a dinosaur one as well. Maybe the shark one had already retired. Maybe it was on sale because the rest of them had gone. But we've got a Thunderosaurus, which is like some dinosaur version. And a Diggertron. Wait, this one's got teeth. Grave Digger. I don't get that one besides the skeletons, maybe. That's cool, though. If you've got the shark one, maybe get the unicorn one to go with it. That'll be fun. Silver's car versus Knuckles monster truck. Oh, I need that silver minifigure. Please release a keyring like they did with Shadow. Yeah, Shadow's keyring is the cheapest set. Must have already retired the bike. We're also getting a Sonic car. Nice to get another minifigure. Interesting they put Knuckles in with silver. Maybe the Knuckles set didn't sell as well. It's a shame we are getting some duplicates of minifigures because the golden Sonic was already in the Dr. Eggman mobile, the Power Miners one. They'll look like an old Power Miners truck. Still want to build that with the old Power Miners colours. So much to build in the new year. Let's get around to building it. Yeah, they're all right. I think they're better than the Mario Kart because they're minifigure vehicles. But like I say, I'm probably just going to wait for Silver to come to a keyring and nab him off that because it's almost inevitable. The Shadow one sold so well because of it. And realistically, if they didn't bring out this set, I probably wouldn't pick up the keyring. But now I want the figure. They're going to drop a keyring, capitalize on that. Well done, Lego. You've just secured yourself however many thousands in keyring sales. Same with Iron Man. If they do the same with Iron Man, it's going to be a good day. The official World Cup trophy. That looks good. That's definitely for collectors and does come with a mini 3D printed. I want that to be 3D printed. I think it's injection molded. It might even say hidden side helmet returning, unprinted though. That was nice. Replica model set. Let's see, mini trophy toy. Doesn't say, does it? Detailed replica. Detailed replica. No 3D printed, no injection molded. Maybe I saw a review of it. Nice to get, and I'm sure people will be injection molded. It's not a replica though. Doesn't it have a Lego minifigure on the front? Yeah, look, it's got a minifigure on the front. That's not a replica. What are they? Unless there's a new trophy coming out with a Lego minifigure on the front, maybe. I guess the big thing's a replica, isn't it? It's brick built, but it's as close as they could get. It's a good set. I quite like that. We've looked at the Batmobiles. I think if you have any of the old versions of the Batmobiles, it's better to upgrade than to straight out buy some of the new ones. If you can part out, take a look at Brick Owl, and it'll be a nice project to start off with, upgrading a Batmobile. This is the one I want to upgrade the old one into. See if I can mesh those together. That'd be a fun Batmobile build, especially because the Batman Batmobile is based off a Dodge Charger. And I do love me one of them. Oh, we got a pen. Oh, waiting for the goal. Come on. Creator have smashed it this year, next year. It's not even been 2026. I'm going to open these in another tab. We'll tackle them all at once. We've seen a lot of these sets. Am I going crazy? Fierce Dinosaur coming soon, £20. Fierce Dinosaur coming soon. What? I've gone crazy. Hello there, Bevel. We're seeing sets upon sets. This is a good one. A99 Axolotl Adventure Boat. The Axolotls are adorable. We might end up picking this one up just for the little axolotls and adding them to the axolotl collection. We got 2, maybe 3. Oh, 3 with a Minecraft one. 3 axolotl sets. Maybe this will be another one to add to that. And they're kind of mixing the mini dolls in as babies for the others. Oh no, not the worms. All right, I'm going to take the worms from this set. It seems we have 3 worms, so they'll probably give us a spare one. I'm going to take the 4 worms from this set and add them to a plant pot. A Lego plant pot. Save the worms. Sea animals. We got the dolphins, the crab, and the seahorse. The crab's my favourite. The crab and the jellyfish. All really good builds, though. Looks like it's got a... I think that's the eye. It looks like a moustache. Yes, 2-1. Nice one. This is a great centerpiece because it's 360 good looking. That's a scenic set. Can't wait for the new battle pack to be on discount. Oh yes. Is the Older Mando versus Stormtroopers still gonna be on shelves? Would be insane to see them next to each other. I don't know. Should we see if that's retiring? Hopefully I put Mando, not Madno. Keep getting that wrong. Ambush on Mandalore. Yes. That is insane. This came out last year as well. So it's living out, what, 2.5 years on shelf? That is crazy because these 2 figures go so well with the Splinter Cell, Maul's Shadow Collective Death Watch crew. The Super Commandos go so well with these 2. In fact, I've put 2 of these figures aside just for that very reason. And then we've got the Imperial versions. I guess these are what Maul's Mandos become. After they're abandoned, they become what we see in Rebels. And then we've got these £20. These could be 2 for 30. Both of this and the... Yeah, this and the Mando one. Actually, I keep saying 2 for 15. The tank, the 322nd tank that came with the Clone Troopers, that was $14.99, wasn't it? So I don't think the $17.99 is going to be on 2 for 20. Ooh. That's a good point. Maybe both of these will be on 2 for 30. At least you're saving like £7. That's not bad. Not quite a third. But what a pair they would be. You've got these 2 Mandos, 2 clones, and then I'd add in these 2 clones here, 2 Mandos, and then add 2 501sts. try and keep it somewhat balanced. Obviously, balancing clone with Mandos is going to mean these guys are outnumbered, but this is the one time where you want an abundance of clones, because the whole point was for Maul to lead them into a trap. So there wasn't a lot of super commandos on the front line. There were quite a lot of clones where they'd kind of rushed in with an entire Venator to put an end to it as quickly as they can. Next draw. Oh. Next draw to fill. Try not to throw this one around. But that's a pair. Oh, if these go on 2 for 20, I think I'm going to buy out stock just because of how good a deal that would be. That would be crazy. The Fierce Dinosaurs. I've rewatched Jurassic Park and Jurassic World with my fiance, waiting for the new one to come to any sort of, I don't know, streaming service, or to buy it whenever it comes on digital. It might even be on digital now. But as well as rebuilding the old Dinosaur 3-in-1, I do want to build this. The technique for the eyes draws me to this set. The arms are better as well than the last ones. Back legs, same as any dinosaur Legos ever made. I don't see much difference. But the eyes, with the Technic pins going through and then the 4-length transgreen bar, genius. That is really cool, and that saves using any sort of studs. We've got a Raptor, we've got a Stegosaurus, and a Pterodon. Am I right in saying that? A Raptor, check. A Stegosaurus and a Pterosaur. Not a Pterodon, a Pterosaur. And then we also have some skeletons with it. I guess referencing the older builds where we had the T-Rex, a Triceratops, which is this build here. This is not a T-Rex, is it? I don't think it is. And then we did have a Pterodactyl, which is what that looks to be. It's got the longer head on the top, whereas this one's quite short. So that's a nice reference to the older set. I wish this was more of a rib cage than back fins. Maybe the Velociraptors just had a lunch and these are like the previous generations. I don't know. That got dark real quick. And then we've got the cute animals. Playful puppy, and I think there was the gerbil, the squirrel. Oh, and the duck. The puppy, the squirrel, and the duck. This is the sort of set you can get 3 of, and these will all look great on a display. Similar colours, which you'd think wouldn't work, but for some reason they do. They always seem to pull it off, the Creator 3-in-1s. Coming to the end now, but Dreams is something that we've missed out on. I'm intrigued in this set because we've got a Grievous-style mech, but also there's a new creature. This guy. This guy on the far right looks like a fennec fox. And I don't want to spend, how much is this? How much? £45. Wow. How big is, no, that's pretty big for £45. Maybe there's some big elements used in the back here. I can see that being 2 bricks with a Technic hinges on it maybe, and then just covering it in brackets. £45 good for this though. Wonder how long Dreams got left in it. It can transform from a scorpion into a wasp. That's a good Sonic build, you know. If you could recolor that for Sonic, that would be awesome. But the Fennec Fox has caught my attention. I might transform this orange little guy into a Fennec Fox from The Last Jedi and see how that looks in my collection. Because that's one of the many mobs we never got. A Fennec Fox. We got a ton of Porgs. We didn't get any of the racehorses either from Lego. The amount of sets we got for The Last Jedi, we really didn't get anything. We got a lot, but we didn't get a lot of a lot. I'm sure that makes sense. We got a lot, we just didn't get a lot of a lot. And the Porgs, I think, could have been done differently with modern day elements. Maybe I just need to revisit The Last Jedi's monsters, aliens. Extraterrestrial life. They're not monsters. The only ones that Star Wars refers to as monsters are the Attack of the Clones. But that'd be fun, yeah. Porgs. I can't remember what the horse-like creatures were called. But that'd be a good set to pick up. I might keep my eye on that one. But I'm not logged in on this account. That's all right, I'll keep a tab open. That's what I normally do. Easter egg basket. Oh, 1st of January. Oh. For some reason, I thought this was the gift with purchase. It is around that gift with purchase size. Nice that it's being made available though, because that basket works as a Lego gift if you were even gifting one of the smaller play sets, like the Rides police truck, which these Rides cars, we'll get onto that in a minute. You could hide a smaller build in there, or maybe just gift this built. If you like building Lego and don't have enough space to display it, and someone else likes displaying Lego but for whatever reason can't build it, you could build this set for them and then gift the built set. That's a good idea. Never thought of that before. Shame the daisies don't come with a new flower element on the inside. Maybe they'd look more like sunflowers. Yeah, second thought. And the Rides cars do come with garages. This garage door here is on the side of the box, which is crazy. The car's kind of creeping out, but I want there to be a perforated edge on one of the sides. I haven't seen anything that would give me that idea. I've just imagined on that side with the garage door a perforated edge. Maybe you could tilt it on the side, and then that's the front. No, that's the front with the baby on it. So the thumb tab is that side, and it opens up like a door. You need to open it from the bottom really, or have some sort of garage door perforated edge. Lego perforation wouldn't make it weak enough to open in store shelves, on store shelves, and that would be a great play feature. Busting down the garage door, and then you've got somewhere to store the car afterwards as well. Great little bit of storage. That would be really, really fun to play with. Just have the boxes stacked. Wouldn't need a display shelf then. A lot of friends, a lot of younger sets. Oh, the bikes are looking good. And a few key rings. We've also got a secret Star Wars set. Is it a set? You can decide. If I go to Star Wars, below all these sets, maybe that's one of the things that has just released early. Yeah, it has. It's already out. This was meant to be January 1st. They've released it 2 days early. The Luke Skywalker pilot key light. Don't look bad, pretty good. It's got the lights in the bottom. I have 3PO just on the side here. And they're pretty big minifigures. Comparing it to a regular 3PO, what are the odds? It's like a double height, maybe a slightly bit more. No, about double the height of a minifigure. The legs aren't quite double size, so proportions might be a little bit off. I think the legs, if anything, are shorter. Yeah, the top parts of the legs are tiny just so they can actually bend. But when you press in the button on the belly, which I assume is still the same thing it was last time I went to a Lego store, it acts as a little torch and is my emergency light as well. So it's nice to display. It's got a function, which I can't say about pretty much any of the other minifigures that I've got besides looking good. Do they need another function? They look good on display. And there was probably a few more of these key lights released, I guess. Shark Guy. I think I remember the Shark Guy one. Let's see. So, no, the Nutcracker. I hope I would remember seeing that one. We've got Luke. Are there 2 more that are available now? I don't think this tub's going to fit back in the drawer, so I'm going to replace these 2. Maybe these need a bigger section. Nope, we broke Lego.com. What's the chance it's gone down again? There we go. Oh, it was... No, it weren't Dumbo and Simbo, because we just saw those. And there's also the D&D keyring that isn't showing up. Oh, Chewbacca's had a light. If I can pick up the Luke Skywalker one for like a $5 second hand, if I see it knocking around on like a... Just a second hand store, I might pick it up. You can't see the bevel in the middle of the torso. Ah, I assume it's there. It's probably just being hidden by the render. This can't be a render of the finished product, but it's out now. This is the image we get. Maybe they've just filled, maybe the whole torso is the button, because that 3PO is pretty old. It just has a little bit carved out. What were the other two Lego sets? Well, anyway, final set that I think we'll be looking at from January 1st, maybe not the stream, is this yellow motorcycle that has a feature. As you drive it along, you've got the treads, you've got the, oh, what's it, the chain that rotates the middle engine block, which pumps these two yellow bits in and out, which looks super fun. Maybe even three of them. Seems to be three there, wide enough to fit three. 1, 2, 3, for sure. And that looks cool. This is a £9 set. Easy stocking filler at Christmas if you've got someone who loves motorbikes, loves vehicles, or has some sort of, you know, bike display. This would be a really fun set. And like I say with the Easter basket, if you think they can't build it for them. Gift it as a complete thing. They can always break it down and rebuild it if they want to hop in on some of the fun. But the best set for me, January 1st, has to be the Siege of Mandalore Battle Pack. I'm excited to get my hands on these Mandos. Honestly, they're going to be really cool to add to my collection, and I do want to later this year get to building some form of Mandalore. That has been, since I started the channel, that has been one of the things that I wanted to build, Mandalore, and I've seen a few people build it since. Not to the way that I'd want to do it. So that could be a fun project to take on when the Mando movie comes to town. And there we go. We've got the first layer, pretty much 75% of the Lego put away, which is what I was aiming for today. I'll probably get the other lot done in between, who knows what. Don't forget the Lego Avengers Captain America magazine is out, and the Death Watch are super commandos on everything, but they're technically the Shadow Lord, Shadow Crime Syndicate. Don't remember what it was called. Shadow Crime Syndicate, I think. Mouldie Shadow Crime Syndicate Death Watch Splinter Cell, which is just a mouthful to put on a Lego Battle Pack. But that is everything. You Sals will probably take to looking at them at some point. But I think, unless anyone has any other sets that they really want to look at, that will be all for today's stream. I am excited for what else is coming our way in the new year. That would be cool. Forgot that the Darth Maul show will be coming out. Yes, I'm excited for that. I haven't seen much besides the initial image we got. I think there was a trailer going around as well, but I haven't seen anything on the trailer. Oh, that's the wrong tab. No more news on Maul. There's been a few rumors and that going around, but I think most of it will be the new year. Isn't that meant to be coming out like March? When's Maul coming out? Scheduled for release in 2026. I thought we had a date. For it. I'm hoping for the start of the year, maybe even May. May makes sense because it's an animated show. They wouldn't mind releasing that around the same time as Mando. Yeah, I don't think it will foul, but we were speaking about Ninjago earlier and how the art style definitely lost a few fans of it. I wonder if that will be the same case as... I wonder if that will be the same case for Maul, because I assume the art style will have to have changed a little bit, similar to what we've been seeing in the Towels shows. I'm intrigued to see how that's like, and I'll definitely be talking about that more when it comes out, closer to the time. But that is all for today's stream. I'm going to wrap it up there and start cleaning up the rest of it. And this is the last 2025 live stream. So you know what? Let's end it with a few more gifted. How do I sort this out? We'll find out by next year. There we go. 5 gifted. Who's joining the members board? Let's take a look. Welcome Toasties Man, Turpy Burpy, Wolfpack Productions, Van Truong, and Wasserenol. Sorry for butchering any of those names, to the Master Mouldies members board, and of course, Happy New Year. Crazy that 2025 is over. But that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. May the bricks be with you always.